How safe do you think Ben Cherington is? There were a lot of rumors and speculation and things thrown out there on social media.
There was one rumor from a stupid Twitter account that is never right about anything, yet people seem to listen to it for some reason. That's the only rumor. So, do I think he still has a job today? Yes, I do. I haven't heard anything to suggest otherwise. As far as, at the end of the year, I don't know. I mean, it's getting harder and harder to justify him sticking around, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was the guy who came on here and said in May that I'm not confident that he's going to get fired at the end of the year. But what I've always maintained was the team has to play well. The team has to finish, with a above 500 record under Don Kelly or something close to it. And right now, they're not close to it. They're back to playing as bad as they were under Shelton right now. I mean, this is the worst stretch of their season, and it's months after Shelton's been removed. So if that's the logic that I floated out, then it would be fair to deduce that Cherington is in trouble. Now, that's not me reporting that I've heard that he's going to get fired today. I want to make that very clear, so no one go and tweet that. But I'm just saying that, I mean, how can you justify bringing him back at this point? So I don't know what the future is for Ben Cherington. I do know that it's getting harder and harder to see him being the general manager after, this season continues to get worse every turn.
We all expect the likes of IKF, Andrew Heaney, Caleb Ferguson to be dealt. But do you think if the spiral continues, it could be less of a likelihood that Mitch Keller goes just because, I mean, does the owner need to sign off on a deal like Keller just because of the magnitude of him compared to guys on lower, expiring contracts?
The owner signs off on every deal that's made because he's the one who's paying for it. But, I mean, if you're going to trade Mitch Keller, you're going to trade Mitch Keller. I think Mitch Keller is going to get traded. That's everything that I've been told from sources for the last month indicates that being the case. There are teams that are really interested in him, and I think he's the best starting pitcher available. And typically, the best starting pitcher available, especially when they're on a team on pace to lose 100 games, gets moved. I don't think anything changes after you get swept by the White Sox. What did we learn this past weekend that we hadn't learned already? That the Pirates are a bad team this year? I think we already knew that. So I don't think it changes anything. And even if Cherington were to be let go, which, again, I'm not saying is going to happen. I'm not saying I think is going to happen between now and the deadline. But I don't think that any of their trade strategies would change if there was a change in general manager, because they have to stick to that plan. Right now, Mitch Keller's trade stock is the highest it's ever been.